learning CPR, who needs to know and where can they learn?
Oh my goodness gracious. Well, number one, everybody needs to know CPR. Even if you're just watching a 5, 10, 15 minute on video on YouTube, whatever, you can still learn how to do it that way as well. Because we never know when you might be called upon to have to perform CPR on someone. And it could be a family member, it could be your child, it could be someone who's a complete stranger. And that's the biggest thing. We hear a lot of myths with CPR that people don't want to because they're afraid they're going to get sued or they're going to break ribs. And those, you're not going to get sued. Occasionally, I mean, it can, but a lot of it depends on the age of the person. I mean, as we get older, our bones get more brittle. So that's a good possibility. But what we're trying to do is we're circulating the blood and we're protecting or oxygenating, sending blood to the organs that have to have that oxygenated blood. And you know what? We want them to come home from the hospital. And if they have a couple of broken ribs, man, I tell you what, that's better than being 6 foot under. Yeah.
Let me
And
back up just a moment because I
yeah.
think I just kind of jumped. We went from swimmings and drownings to CPR, but there is a relationship there, isn't there?
Oh, absolutely. There absolutely is a relationship. And I work for the City of Madison Fire Department. So here in the City of Madison, we've got a lot of backyard pools. We've got a lot of natural water, like you said. And we've had several, they're near drownings with children that they got back in the pool and they were found floating in the water, unresponsive and not breathing. And they were pulled out of the pool. A bystander performed CPR and they were resuscitated before we got there. And that's the importance of knowing CPR, is being able to help someone. Because once again, you never know when you're going to be called upon to use it.
Where can a person learn?
Yeah, I'll tell you, once again, you've got the videos. I myself, I like in-person stuff. I like the hands-on. You can call your local hospital. You can call your local fire station, because firefighters and EMS providers, we have to do that training often. So there's someone in that department that trains on CPR and first aid, and either ambulance service or fire department. So that's a good start. If you're not able to do that, once again, online is always a possibility as well.
You mentioned lawsuits earlier, and
Yeah.
that's one of the things that I remember hearing. I don't know how common the belief is now, but is it myth that you have to have a certification or you could be sued if you're not certified and still attempt CPR?
Maybe at one time, a long time ago, but now with the Heart Association teaches the hands-only CPR, and whether you take 5 minutes to learn CPR. So that's not a certification class. You're just learning how to do compressions.
Okay, thank you. Is there anything else that we haven't covered that needs to get out to the public?
I don't think so. Just, learn CPR. And if you can, become an instructor. I always tell people, be that advocate, that squeaky wheel in your community to get people trained.
So you say contact your local fire department, your local hospital, any EMS service, or the American Heart Association. Did I leave anybody
That's right.
out?
No, I didn't think you did. And the other big part of that is defibrillators, public access defibrillators.